Hello there, my beautiful Leos, and welcome. This is your new moon in Virgo reading. We are having a new moon in Virgo today, around today, September 1st, 2nd, wherever you are at in the world. Do check your birth chart to see where you have any Virgo or sixth house placements and see how this will be directly influencing your custom birth chart. So let's see what angel is coming through for you. I feel like this deck is being interesting with shuffling, so let's see what it is. You have focused your mind. Yep, if anything Virgo energy is going to do, it's going to prioritize you to focus on what's important and your priorities. Thank you, angels, for helping me to focus on my priorities. Oh, okay. I didn't even read the sentence. I was looking away. Okay, so let's see what else you got going on here. Leo, with focus your mind, you are going to see a lot of signs, a lot of synchronicities, possibly even opportunities, or they are asking you to free willingly put this at the top of your list to focus on really what is important to you now in the present moment. Let's see what Moonology card is coming through for you. And we have nothing is yet set in stone with a mutable moon, which is very interesting because this is a mutable moon because Virgo is mutable earth. So I definitely feel like the energy of this mutable moon is calling to you and asking you to see where things can be moved around, how you could be more adaptable, yet continue to focus on where you really need to and not let those distractions cause your energy to feel like it's imbalanced. So I definitely feel like a lot of mental balance and emotional balance is coming in where I feel like you are becoming better at shifting your energy. That's what I feel. I feel like you are going to be seeing that you are better at shifting your energy. Let's see what your angel and aura is for this moon. And you have the law of attraction. Yep. Action, thought, feeling, and diligence. I'm not surprised to see this card at all because there it is. The top part, my angels are with me, life loves me, I'm beautiful, I'm prosperous, and if you flip it over, nothing is good enough, nothing ever works out, nobody likes me. So you see, there is definitely some sort of power with this new moon specifically that's going to help you shift your energy a lot easier. It's going to help you adapt just like that, where you are not going to feel like you're adapting after the fact, you're adapting in the experience. So, ooh, all right. Let's see what angel is coming through here for you from this deck. And you have donations, tithing, and charitable work. Okay. So, wow. Give joyfully to the organizations and people who spiritually support and inspire you, and know that your generosity will be returned to you manyfold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, or other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. Wow. So with this coming through, it's like the universe is going to show you what's important. They're going to show you who's important. They're going to show you where you should be placing your time, energy, resources. That is such a connection to Virgo energy. I'm like, wow. So they're definitely going to make something very known in your mind, very known in your heart, very known in your feeling. And it looks like you are going to have that mastery of shifting into it right away. So let's see what your tea leaf are. We have the month of the year of March. So March may be meaningful to you around this time where you may be looking back at the month of March and seeing how much has changed for you. We also have the energy of the valley with deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Yep. On mutable moon, yeah, I feel like you are coming into getting better at adaptability really strongly. And not only in a sense of being adaptable with things that are in front of you, but being adaptable with your own feelings and being able to shift And I feel like with the symbolism of March's flowers being wilted and knowing that's when the energy of spring happens, and some majority of the hemisphere that watches this, maybe not all of you, there is that renewal sense coming in. You have another month of the year. So if this is September, I'd be like, oh my gosh. Okay, April. Wow, that's so crazy because I was just talking about the symbolism of these flowers being wilted, and now in April they are blossoming. So there is definitely something here where you have been renewed in the sense of born again type of energy. And I feel like you are coming into the realization of how much you can really change when you put your mind to it. And there is definitely something about the spring season for you that has brought you to this point. Absolutely. Because you got 2 months of the year. Like, look how big this deck is. This deck is really strong in how many there are in here. So getting that is very interesting. And I want to get a little bit more. So I want to see more details. On March, we have wind chimes with peace and harmony. Okay, so in the spring, you really started to prioritize more of yourself, more of your peace, more of that knowing that you can, it's giving shape shift energy. That's what it's making me feel like. It makes me feel like shape shifting. And not in like the manipulative way, but in the powerful way, and shape-shifting and knowing like, all right, this is where this area of my life needs me. This is where I should be placing my money. This is where I should place my supplies, my time, my energy. This is what's going to bring me the most peace. So it looks like in the springtime, in March, April energy, you really prioritize something. And the fact that you have the valley here shows that this has been a journey. And on the valley, we have the dolphin. Financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. This is freaking me out because you have 2 past months here of March and April. But for some reason, you know, I could have felt these energies in the present moment and saying, oh, from this point forward to the next March and April. But for some reason, intuitively, I felt like it was the past March and April. Now the dolphin is confirming that. So let's see what's on April. And we have the needle and the thread. A sincere wish will be granted. Okay, so there is something you did in these 2 months. What you started something, you birthed something, you manifested something with the dolphin. You specifically put your mind to action. You helped the right people. I'm telling you that. There is a very specific energy that you may have helped in these months. And, you know, a lot of the times that is something that is not really talked about very much, in how, like, we are all powerful, and there are certain energies that you don't even know that you're connecting to at the time. You don't even know you did something for, but because of their aura or their magnetic field and what they hold in this lifetime, it brings rewards. There are certain energies that you just get lucky around, that you feel favorable with. And I feel like you crossed paths with someone. This is a very, very interesting reading. I feel like something happened in these times that brought you to this moment, whether you are aware of it or not, or will be aware of it. Especially because you have the needle and the thread. This is something that you have wanted. So let's see what we have in the tarot, because I'm very, very interested to see what tarot cards come and match this energy. First card is the Emperor. I mean, this is a great start. Some of you have manifested to be your own boss. Some of you were really trying to level up. Some of you did start something that helped you prioritize your peace and more of that independent like position. But the Emperor is still open to an Empress. You know, if they were at a different status, there could be a different energy with that. But I feel like for a lot of you, you are in the position of finding and connecting and aligning with more people that you feel like match your energy. So you also have the star. Yeah, I knew it. I was like, okay, let's see. Beautiful energy. Breaking free from feeling tied to anything. Nothing is set in stone. You know, when we have those feelings or those thoughts that we feel like we don't ever know if we'll be able to be powerful enough to shift or have or be or manifest, there is going to be a really strong energy with this new moon in Virgo that is bringing you in that connection. And with the star being the energy that's connecting the spirituality and earth, this is coming to life for you. There's a symbolism here of nature and wilted flowers followed by blossomed flowers. They didn't end up the other way. And you also have the Knight of Wands. Yeah. So I definitely feel like for a lot of you, your sense of shifting, shape-shifting, moving from feeling bad to good, from unknowing to knowing, from uncertainty to certainty is going to play a huge role for you right now in a bunch of ways, with people, with resources, with what you're giving, with what you're taking, even with what you have, with what you exude outwardly to other people. Oh my goodness. All right, let's clarify this and get your possible challenge, advice, and outcome, because I don't feel a full challenging aspect here just yet. I feel that mastery of the challenging aspect. So let's see. It's like reaching that next level in a video game type of vibe. On the Emperor, we have Justice. Okay, yeah, I'm totally not surprised seeing this card either. It feels like good karma. I'm telling you, it feels like you helped the right person or you did the right thing. And it doesn't even have to be in a major way. It could be in a very, very, very simple way. On the Star, we have the Six of Wands. Yep. There's that victory lap. There's that win. There is that, with the connection to the Dolphin, financial gain, something that you did in the past. So you wrote something down. You started something financially, and it connected you to more. Maybe even some of you helped someone financially. Maybe some of you loaned someone money. And it doesn't even have to be that you loaned someone a lot of money. It could have been like someone needed like $20. And or you could have like paid for someone at certain time in some sort of aspect. There's definitely something here connected to karma. And that's why I wasn't surprised that the Justice energy's here. And on the Knight of Wands, we have strength. There it is. Yeah. This is what I mean. This is that strength. This is that knowledge. This is that wisdom of knowing like, all right, this deserves my energy. This energy deserves some of my resources. I have extra of this here. Have some. Like, for example, there is, like I'm in like a sweet complex. So like there's another person that has a sweet and they were making oils, and I just so happened to have like a bunch of these extra oil little jars, and I was like, oh, I don't use them. I have like 70 of them, so I gave her like 50 of them just cuz. And like that's what I mean by resources in a sense, especially with the fact that this angel is coming through, because it looks like you did the right person. You did the right person. You did the right thing for the right person at the right time. And somehow it set you up in some cool energy. And you also did the right things for yourself in this moment. And I almost feel like for some of you, you don't even know that you did. And there's going to be a confirmation with this new moon in Virgo. So your possible challenge with this energy is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so your possible challenge is to still have patience. You know, although things are coming your way that took whatever amount of time, you're still going to move into the next cycle of patience. There still is going to be the March to the April. There still is going to be that period of wilted energy to blossom energy. And your challenge is realizing that when you receive something, then that's your next step. And then you move into receival again. And then you move into patience again. And then you move into receival again. So I definitely feel like that could be something that occurs because of the physicality of this energy. Some of you may have had a thought in this months here of March and April, but I do feel like you started something or you wrote something down. Something. A download came to you. All right, your advice is the Knight of Cups. Yeah. Your advice is to enjoy the journey wholeheartedly. Absolutely. And that makes so much sense as to why your challenge would be the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups, just enjoy the journey wholeheartedly. Have fun with it. Be creative. Color your hair if you want to. Add this, add that. For some reason, it's calling out to me to see feathers in the hair of the knights. And I feel like with that, I'm guided to say being in creative and have fun with things. And, you know, some of you may be decorating something or have had decorated something in these months. It shows me some sort of creative and like nature in the hair. Some of you may actually like have a feather or flower crown on right now or something in your hair. Okay, and your outcome is the Two of Wands. Yup. That whole new world. You know, the Ace of Wands connected to passion, connected to action, the willingness to keep on going. And your outcome is just that. So whatever is happening for you in this new moon in Virgo, that is going to connect really strongly to something that you've done for someone, something, yourself. In the past, you are going to see some sort of blossom of that around this time. Absolutely. Especially with the Two of Wands, with that willingness to keep going as your outcome. This energy sees it. They know. They're open. Especially with those mountains behind and, behind or ahead, or you could say. And if you see very, very detailed, there's water here by this wand. And there's just earth here on this wand. That's what I mean of the next level energy, I feel. It's like the next level of the game, the next level of how to shift, the next level of how to have power in earth. You're moving back to spiritual energy where you're like, okay, I have this figured out. I understand. I get it. I'm making the connections. I get the dots. I'm understanding how to shift. I'm understanding how to give. I'm understanding how to set the boundaries. And you're moving on to more spiritual teaching that will create a new reality for you and continuously bring you those creations. And that's why I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is your challenge, because that need of understanding the cycles of change and shifting and moving into seasons and seeing wilted flowers into blossom flowers, it's going to be a cycle that is never ending. Nature goes through it. We will go through it. And I feel like that's exactly what's happening here, where you're absolutely receiving something and moving into the next stage of growth, moving into the next stage of shifting your life even more in the direction that you want to. So this is a really crazy reading. Like, I wasn't expecting this reading to be in this sense, but like, I'm really loving it. So in terms of zodiac signs in the spread that could be around you or in your chart, we have Aries, we have Libra, we have Leo, we have Aquarius. And you definitely have a wish granted. And it could come in the form of an individual as well. It could come into the form as a renewed sense of passion, possibly even both. Offers, creative endeavors with the Two of Wands here. Some of you just may feel like you're moving into a cycle where, you know, halfway in, you're like, this seems like a cycle that's pretty feeling favorable. Almost where you have that moment of, strength. When is the next thing gonna happen? Knight of Pentacles as the challenge. So let's see what we have as your ending oracle from the Starseed Oracle. I feel like this is a very inner energy type of reading. So for some reason, I kind of feel like it might not make sense to everyone. For some reason. But I feel like the people that are going to make sense of this reading, especially with the months and the other things that are connected. Some of you super strong symbolism to wind chimes are going to have that connection that's needed. So let's see. The Starseed Oracle as your ending oracle here is, big picture thinking. Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. And that's why the Two of Wands is your outcome. Because this was something that was just thought of at one point. But the act of doing is bringing the power. Okay. Big picture thinking. Oh, I actually have like a random story as well connected to the Two of Wands. So I'll say it after I read this. The Pleiadians are our cosmic cousins. They're here to remind us that it's never too late to learn new things and change the fortune. Yes, you're being called to be a visionary for the planet, to take a breath, shake off what you've been taught about the world, and hold a new vision for humanity. You're likely a natural big picture thinker, here to generate ideas for the future, here to birth a new age and dream a new world into being. The future will be woven by dream makers like you, by those with enough courage to question the way things have been and envision new possibilities for the planet. The world needs more artists, dreamers, inventors, and visionary thinkers. Perhaps you had an idea recently that you're being called to usher in. If so, this card is your confirmation that it's divinely guided, or an idea that you thought of in March or April. The Pleiadians support us in this important stage in Earth's development. They want us to know that the decisions we make today will affect the well-being of our planet and all of its species. They're calling on you to be a leader of the future, the Emperor, to hold a clear vision of what's possible, to trust that vision and follow it through the daily action, to dream a new world into being, to hold your mind open and try not to worry about what others think. For it takes great courage to pave a new path, to trust a vision before it's a reality. Yup, and that's why you have so many knights, because it does take courage to trust in something that you cannot see in front of you. And boom. The symbolism of the imagery of focus your mind, seeing something in front of you. Wow, the connections of this reading are absolutely crazy. So the connection that I wanted to make was when I saw this Two of Wands. I follow like a couple tarot pages on Instagram. Follow my new personal page. It's Miss M_Laura. But anyways, I was going through and I saw this post where it was like the Ace of Wands and the Hermit, and the person was like explaining like the connection, and like there was someone in the comment section that like just didn't get it, and like I guess the way the account explained it, like they didn't understand it either. And I kind of didn't understand the account's explanation to them either, but I understand the general meaning of the post. But it was the Ace of Wands and the Hermit, and about like how like there is still a willingness to go solitude. And that's why the Hermit is like holding what it looks like to be the Ace of Wands, just one wand. And I just like thought of the Lord of the Rings, and I was like, oh, I feel like this, and if so, like the lady was, or whoever it was, they were asking so nicely, and they were like, can you please explain it in a more simple way? And I'm like, okay, I feel like I know how to dumb down anything, because that's just like my easiest way to learn. And I said, I'm like, think of a wizard holding its staff. Like, although the Ace of Wands means action and the Hermit means solitude, you still have to be willing to be in solitude, willing to become wiser. And attaching the symbolism to the staff. And they liked my comment, so like I'm hoping that means that they understood what I meant. But yeah, and I feel like that's exactly why I felt the need to say that for this reading, is that the way they explained it. Like, although there may not be anything fully manifested in front of you, there's still a willingness to work for it. There's still a willingness to have it. There's still that willingness to bring it to life and focus your mind on it. And it seems like with this reading, there is going to be something that comes to the forefront that you have been willing to believe in, willing to take inspired action on, whether it be small, little, grand, minor, creatively, whatever the case may be. So this is what I have here for you, Leo. What a energy coming through. Thank you for being here and for watching. I hope each and every one of you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are at in the world. Do not forget to like this video so we connect to more beautiful, wonderful Leos just like you. And subscribe and ring that bell so you get an alert when a new Leo reading is out. And I'll see and talk to all of y'all very, very soon. Bye now.